Okay, so I come across so much material, trading, and being part of Tim's challenge in the webinars, the DVD lessons, and the video lessons that I just wanted to highlight the best parts. So I'm going to do that in the next 7 minutes. Welcome to Stephen Does Penny Stocking. First ever episode held from the bedroom, held from my bedroom. Schneeriously. Pretty tough market to play in. I think we can all acknowledge that, especially for buying. 2016 has been an insane year for me. Yes, okay, so crazy show, not a lot of time. So I just want to give you the highlights. So very quickly, 3 hot stocks, PULM, INFI, go through them today. I'm going to go through also like my favourite blog post by Ray Allen, the famous basketball dude, and I'm British and I know who he is, so you guys are probably American, so you should know who he is. And lastly, I'm going to talk about Tim Gratani's breakout strategy. He highlighted it in a 3-hour webinar. This show specifically is just to help you guys, give you the information that I'm getting from the challenge, and help you guys become profitable too. I've said this so many times, I want to help mainly the working class people become profitable, and there's so much evidence of it. And you can see that in Tim Gratani, you can see that in Stephen Ducks, you can see that in Mark Crook. There's a lot of recent winners, and I just want to join that list. So without further ado, let's just get into the show. Show me the money! A very quick recap on the hottest stocks of the week. PULM kind of came out of nowhere just to have this crazy run, and it all started because it had this push, consolidated near its highs. It's Tim Gratani's one of his favorite breakout patterns, but not near its highs. Maybe if it consolidated a bit higher. It's one of Tim G's favorite breakout patterns that you'll see a bit later. Guys, in the next stock that I want to talk about is one that I'm actually in right now. Another Tim Gratani classic kind of breakout pattern. It has this big breakout on big volume, consolidates near its highs, and then when it has this second run, I mean, I was at work, so I missed the kind of the run up. But the thing is, it's after it's ran its base like 3 times across this 236 level, so you can buy it at any of these dips because it's holding. And then you know it's likely going to run up into the close. I was in the 240. It's run up. It's up to 260 now. But you can see the reason everyone's buying it is because when it has this big breakout day, it generally has a good follow-up day, or it did the last time at least. And there's about 50 cents a share here. So, I mean, this could run to the $3 level tomorrow. And to be in from 240 and take 60 cents a share is great profits, frankly. Okay, so quite quickly, this is Ray Allen's blog post, a letter to my younger self. The multi-NBA championship winning basketballer reflects on his success as he comes to retire by writing a letter to his younger self to teach him the things that he wished he could have knew that he's kind of learned on the journey. And there's some and despite the fact that this is an NBA basketballer, the fact of the matter is that every successful person goes through the same kind of stretch and the same journey, and it's a journey of success, and success changes people. And I took so many lessons away from this blog post. It was originally recommended by Tim Sykes. I'm not going to go over it too much because I think you guys should just read it, but I'll highlight a couple of lines. If I can just scroll down, he's like, you'll get to play against your heroes, Michael Jordan, etc., etc. Sometimes you'll think you're out of your league, and like a lot of times with stocks, like you'll think, I don't get it, I'm not going to get it, but you'll keep on showing up every day, putting in the work. And this really, like, I'm just coming off the back of five profitable days out of the last 7. And it's because I just constantly tinkered and tried and practiced and watched the webinars, the video lessons, and the rest of it. And what he really nails is when he says, I know you want me to let you in on some big secret to success in the NBA. The secret is there is no secret. It's just boring old habits. And guys, like, it's just doing the 2 hours back, day in, day out. again and again until you start to get successful, and eventually you will get successful. And I can see that this is kind of reflected over the last 5 months for me as well. Like, me winning percentage, just tinkering and practicing and watching the webinars and watching the DVDs and the challenges. And it's seeing like me winning percentages 21%, then 30%, 31, then 27, then 34. And now it's up to 60. And I'm like I said, I'm on the back of like 3 straight green days, 5 out of 7 green days trading. And I've never ever, and previously I was like losing just 8 days in a row again and again and again. Then 1 green day, then 8 days in a row. So it is clicking and it's there, but it's the boring old habits. Okay, guys, and the last clip is just from a new Tim Grittani webinar that was just it's just come up on for challenge students just the other day, and he's talking about PULM in the 220s, and it's just a really interesting kind of observation and an analysis about risk reward, and it's interesting because these stocks are very volatile and crazy, but it gives a kind of an important lesson on risk reward and how maybe you don't know what direction PULM is going to go in, but at least if you get risk reward on your side, you're going to have a significantly better chance of taking some good profits. But I'll let the man speak himself.
I mean, kind of like I just said, this is one where along the way I haven't had a great feel, so I've stayed away for the most part. But I mean, what you've got to keep in mind is that, us top gurus, the guys who are holding these webinars, we don't always know. And, when I go into a trade, I very rarely know for certain what the stock is going to do. And I've kind of harped on this before, that I know a lot of you would love to have the super high odds sure thing, and you're just looking for that indicator that you can see, and then every time you see that indicator, it's a great buy. But that's really not what trading is. I mean, these things are incredibly tricky, and only 1 out of 5 of these may turn into the big parabolic to 3 or 4 or something like that. And during this part of the chart, it really looks no different than the other 4 out of 5 that just fade back off and go splat and die. So it's just all about risk reward. That's what trading is. Someone asked me in chat yesterday about, or maybe it was 2 days ago, about like what would my plan for PULM be, and my answer really was the same both days during this consolidation. I mean, if I were long biased, if I were looking to buy this thing, I'd be going after dips, and I'd be risking off of some major support area. In this case, the low 2s. If I had been more aggressive yesterday and looking to short this, I would have been going after pops. I would have been risking off of high of day. And I would have had absolutely no certainty in either direction.
And I just thought that was really interesting, because if you just go back to the INFI trade that I recently made, I mean, it's exactly the same principles. It's just all about risk reward. Like, I do not know what the fuck this stock's gonna do. Like, I have no idea. Like, I think because it's run, I look at the past performance and I think it could run again, and it's got momentum on its side, but I don't really know what it's gonna do. So all I can really do is buy off this like support. Like, say if I buy at 238 and it falls below 235, then I'm out. I lose 3 cents. But if I buy at 238 and it ramps into the close, because a lot of people will buy this because of the breakout, then I'm up 30 cents a share. So it's like risking 3 cents to make 30 cents. And I think Tim really encapsulates that point in the DVD, and that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. So yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Feedback is welcome, because I don't know. The whole thing's crazy. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Give us some feedback on what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more of. Obviously, the Ray Allen blog post is extremely inspiring. The Tim Grittani breakout strategy is some technical shit that is very important for you guys to know, and I want you to know it. And Sarah couldn't make it because I don't even, because she was getting her roots dyed. I don't know. I'm making this shit up off the top of my head. But seriously, give us some feedback. Otherwise, join us next week. Same again next week, and I'll still have the weekly update on my progress on Friday. But until then, where's me parents? I'm dead sexy. I'll see you later.